Welcome! I am back on the Appalachian Trail today. I'm starting my Pennsylvania Appalachian Trail adventure, and today I'm in around Lehigh Gap, which is about an hour, a little over an hour north of Philadelphia, where I moved to. And so it's pretty easy to get to for me. So I thought it would be a good place to start, to get familiar with something that I can come back to relatively soon if I wanted to. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to be back here. It already feels like I'm back at the same place that I was this summer, even though that was in Virginia. And so it's nice to have like a feeling of nostalgia, sort of, even though I've never been here before. So I'm excited to see what this brings. There should be a lot of rocks today. That's the thing that people complain about the most in Pennsylvania. So we'll see what that's like. Well, I made it to the shelter after about a mile, and I wasn't expecting this. I didn't pay attention to the trail map, so I didn't realize I would get to a shelter today. But this is the George W. Outer Bridge Shelter, and it has a shelter log. So I was looking through it, and I found some of the people that I was hiking with in June. So it's really cool to see that they made it all the way up here. They made it around my birthday in the beginning of August, so that's just so awesome that they have this and you can like kind of keep track of people. So right after that shelter is this intersection with a bypass trail. You can see that there's blue blazes all going that way if you want to go a different way around the same mountain basically, or you can follow the white blazes over there to keep on the AT. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on the AT all the way out and then come back down this blue trail, which I don't know how that's gonna work. It's what all trails suggest, but people in the comments say that there's the rocks on the bypass trail are even worse than on the AT, so that'll make for a difficult end of the day. I don't know if that's a good idea, but that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, check it out. The hills are alive. Well, I'm about 3 miles in now, and no terrible rocks yet, but I have had a lot of ridge walking with a beautiful view, and that's been really great. It is a bit windy, you could probably hear that, but I'm having a really good time. Here's my lunch. A street taco, pineapple and pork stick. I just checked the map for where I am, and I was confused because it has a line going perpendicular to the Appalachian Trail that says 476, which is the highway. And I was confused for a second and was like, am I gonna cross a highway? But I realized that there's a Lehigh tunnel that I guess 476 goes into, And so I think I'm on top of the highway right now, which is so cool. I think there are a bunch of like cars driving beneath me and I can't even tell. So that's neat. I've been through that tunnel before. It's like, it's a normal tunnel, but it looks cool like driving into it because you're like driving into the mountain. Well, I made it to my halfway point for the day and I'm turning back to go back to my car now. I'm at this small road. So yay, go me! I did 6.2 more miles on the AT. Okay, so I made it to this point where the white blazes become blue and I go on this sort of bypass trail for about a mile before I come back to the AT, and then I'll go on another part of the bypass trail and rejoin the AT again. So let's see what this holds in store for me. Well, I have been on the bypass trail for approximately 20 seconds and came across this. So I'm gonna walk across this. Okay, I'm pretty done with this. I came across this sign which I thought was pointing out where this trail rejoins the AT, but actually it's just telling you that there's a lot of loose rocks, so it's hazardous when wet, and I am not rejoining the AT yet. So that's cool. Oh, thank goodness. Oh. Okay. So that took me a little under an hour, I don't know, maybe 40 or 50 minutes to go that 1 mile through the boulder field. And doing that made me decide I am not going to do the other part of the bypass trail. I'm just going to keep on the AT, which is obviously much easier to hike on, and take the known path back to my car, because I'm not looking forward to doing any more of that if that's what the other part of the bypass trail has in store for me. I mean, like, I think maybe they made the bypass trail like that, like go through the boulder field like that, for people who like want to have a fun time jumping all over the rocks or something. And I could see that for like a shorter day hike, but if there are parts of the AT that are actually like that, then that would suck. Like if you're trying to make like really big miles but you have to like go over that all day. Oh man, so maybe that's what people are talking about, there being a lot of rocks like that in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I get it. Okay, upon reevaluating the situation, I've decided I am going to take the second bypass trail on the way back, because I spent a few minutes reading all trails comments, and people said it's mostly that 1 mile that I just went through that is really bad. So I'm guessing maybe the next one is not as bad, and it's a lot more direct back to the car. I think I'll save like half a mile, maybe more. So I'm gonna see if that's actually faster, if it's not a rocky boulder field that way. So, all right, here I go. 1.5 miles till we rejoin the AT. So I think it will be okay. I think it will be okay. I have rejoined with the AT, so that bypass trail wasn't too bad, and now I'm on the descent.